Batman. The name alone strikes fear into the hearts of criminals. But what makes this mortal man stand among gods? What makes him the Dark Knight, the one hero villains fear and heroes respect? It's not his gadgets, his wealth, or his intellect. It's something far more profound, his rules. You see, Batman isn't just fighting criminals. He's fighting chaos, fear, and even his own inner demons. And these 5 rules are what keep him grounded in a world that's constantly trying to break him. Stick with me till the end, because by understanding these rules, you'll see why Batman isn't just a superhero. He's a philosophy, a symbol of discipline, and maybe, just maybe, someone we can all learn from. Now, let's dive into the unshakable code of the Dark Knight. Rule number 1, no killing. Batman's first rule is also his most controversial: no killing. Why does he stick to this rule when his enemies, especially the Joker, constantly push Gotham into chaos? Because for Batman, killing is the line that separates him from the criminals he fights. Remember the killing joke? The Joker tries to prove that anyone can lose their sanity with just one bad day, but Batman refuses to take that step. He won't let the Joker or anyone else drag him into the darkness. In Under the Red Hood, this rule is tested like never before. Jason Todd, the second Robin, returns as the vengeful Red Hood. He demands that Batman kill the Joker as punishment for murdering him years earlier. And what does Batman do? He says, "I'm not like him, Jason. If I cross that line, there's no coming back." But let's not pretend this rule is perfect. Has cost more lives than it saved. Still, many fans argue that sparing the Joker, Batman sticks to it because to him, killing even one person makes him no better than the monsters he fights. So yes, Joker gets another chance, but jaywalk in Gotham and Batman will break your legs. Priorities, right? Rule number 2, no guns. Guns are an extension of Batman's trauma. The memory of his parents being shot in that alley haunts him every day. Guns symbolize everything he fights against. In Batman, Year 2, we see him struggle with this rule. He briefly considers using a gun to fight a dangerous foe, the Reaper. But in the end, he realizes that picking up a gun makes him something he can't stand. A vigilante driven by vengeance, not justice. This rule also sets him apart from other heroes like the Punisher, who see guns as a necessary tool. Batman, he's the guy who'll fight 10 armed thugs with nothing but his fists and a grappling hook. Now let's be honest, Batman's no-gun rule isn't just about his morals. It's also because he's a control freak. Guns are chaotic. His fists, surgical, precise. Just ask any Arkham inmate after their broken ribs heal. Gotham criminals are probably wishing he'd just use a gun instead of turning their spines into jigsaw puzzles. Rule number 3, preparation and planning. Batman's third rule is the ultimate flex. Always be prepared. In the comic Tower of Babel, Ra's al Ghul steals Batman's contingency plans to neutralize the Justice League. That's right, Batman doesn't just have plans for his enemies. He has plans for his friends. Superman, kryptonite-laced armor. Wonder Woman, make her fight until she collapses. Flash, a speed-induced seizure. And let's not forget The Dark Knight Returns, where he faces Superman in a brutal showdown. Even though Superman is practically a god, Batman wins because he outplanned him. This rule shows us that Batman's greatest superpower isn't his gadgets or his martial arts. It's his mind. He doesn't just fight battles, he outthinks them. And let's be real, if Batman had a contingency plan for defeating Superman, you better believe he has one for Starbucks running out of his favorite coffee. Rule number 4, no superpowers, just discipline. Batman doesn't have super strength, speed, or laser vision, and that's exactly why he's the most dangerous hero in the DC universe. He spent years honing his body and mind to perfection. In Justice League, Doom, when Green Lantern asks how he'd stop himself if he ever went rogue, Batman casually replies, "I'd win." Think about that. This guy is so disciplined that even the Justice League knows he's unstoppable. In The Dark Knight Rises, we see the toll this discipline takes. After years of crime fighting, his body is broken. But does he stop? No. He climbs out of a literal hellhole with nothing but grit and determination. So, if you're looking for motivation to hit the gym, just remember, Batman's out there bench pressing his emotional trauma. Rule number 5, protect Gotham at any cost. Finally, Batman's 5th rule, Gotham comes first. In No Man's Land, Gotham is cut off from the rest of the world after a massive earthquake. While other heroes are busy saving the world, Batman stays behind to save his city. This rule often forces him to make impossible choices. In Batman, Hush, he's willing to risk everything, including his friendship with Superman, to protect Gotham. But it's not just about the city. Gotham represents something deeper, hope. Batman knows he can't save the world, but if he can save Gotham, maybe that's enough. And let's face it, Gotham needs all all the help it can get. I mean, the city's crime rate makes New York look like Disneyland. Conclusion: Batman's rules aren't just about fighting crime. They're about fighting chaos, fear, and even himself. These rules create paradoxes. He won't kill, even though sparing the Joker puts lives at risk. He won't use guns, even though they're the most efficient tools. But these contradictions are what make him human. Batman isn't perfect. He's flawed, haunted, and stubborn. But that's why we admire him. He doesn't follow his rules because they're easy. He follows them because they're right. So why do these rules matter? Because they remind us that even in the darkest of nights, discipline and principles can guide us. Batman isn't just a hero, he's a symbol. And his rules, they're a testament to what we can achieve when we refuse to compromise. Now I'll leave you with this question. If a mortal man can live by these rules in a world of gods and monsters, what's stopping us from following our own? Like, comment, and share your thoughts on Batman's rules below. And remember, justice isn't about power, it's about principles.